Hello and a big welcome to the channel. I'm the Motorsport Madman and this is qualifying ahead of the 2022 Miami Grand Prix. If you are new to the channel, if you are a Formula 1 fan, please do consider subscribing because I will be live for every single qualifying session and race in the Formula 1 World Championship, as well as preview shows, news, some practice sessions, driver reviews, all of it. So if you are a Formula 1 fan, get yourself subscribed, and to show your support, please do drop me a like on the video because we're just getting this channel up and going, and any kind of interaction from you guys is so greatly appreciated. It helps me get noticed by the YouTube algorithms and helps get the channel going. So listen, any kind of interaction is crucial, so big up to all of you watching this right now. Who have we got in the chat? Yeah, I'm having a nightmare with the green screen, but you're just gonna have to forgive me while I mess with the settings. I've been messing with the settings for like the last half hour, and it's just not the one tonight with the green screen. I'm gonna have to look into because I've even got a thingy light, and it's still not helped the situation at all. Like if I just go bang ring light on, jeez, of course it is. But yeah, even if I switch the ring light on, nah mate, even worse. But yeah, anyway, absolutely buzzing for this qualifying session. Our Mercedes back. That's the big thing going into this session. We've been live for all 3 practice sessions. Epi one was popping off actually, but now we get to the real stuff. Now we get to where it matters. Qualifying ahead of the Miami Grand Prix. Who we got then? Chris Poundcoin. Here we go. Yes, here we go. Let me, I'll see what it's like. See, we've got adverts in a minute. I'll see if this is still messed up when the thing's on. When it's the actual cars on circuit, then I'll mess with it. But if I mess with it now, and then it's all wrong when the actual racing's on, when the cars are on track, then, you know what I mean, I'll mess with it when we're up and going. Nesto's in the chat. How are we going? Simon Tilbury here, mate. Think I've tweeted your channel. Go get in. Yes, thanks a lot, mate. I'll have to start getting on the Twitter thing. I've not really bothered with properly advertising myself yet because I'm still like learning the ropes of what I'm doing. I mean, look at I'm having a nightmare with this green screen and that. You know what I mean? Once I'm like properly got a decent few months under my belt and things are going well and we're great, yeah, then I'll push it, you know what I mean, then I'll advertise it. But when we've still got like, when I'm still with this like flickering in the background, we're alright with right, just 1 or 2 in at the minute. Well, maybe the lighting altering the green, trying to make the green sheet move. Hey? Yeah, but like I say, the lighting just makes it work. Look, if I put on another light, boom, I can see through. But the thing is, right, hang on, right, if I put it in that mode, right, let's see how we go like that. You see, look, we'll see how we go with this light on. Anyway, hype time, music's on. Now we're rock and roll. Now we get to the real business. Now we get to the real stuff. Now we get to the laps that actually matter. These are the laps that set the grid for the 2022 Miami Grand Prix. This is the most hyped event probably I can remember in a long time. Our Mercedes back. Can Lewis pull something out of the bag? What's that tight chicane going to pull out of the bag? You know, we've already seen Bottas in the wall, Sainz in the wall, and Ocon in the wall before. Is Ocon's car going to be ready? Has Bottas got enough laps done? Verstappen nearly crashed in the last couple of minutes of the final practice session. Game on. How are we doing with that? Yeah. Look at the. Hang on. Let me see if I can make it better than it is now. No, other way. 500. How's that? But it's my hand see-through. What a nightmare this is, honestly. Thing is, I've got a ring light and everything, and it's still an absolute nightmare. What if I go this through 5:16, but then you end up where you become see-through after a while. If I go too high, it becomes see-through. Who has got the pace anyway? I can mess with that all day, but it's still not going to be right. That's enough messing with the green screen settings for now. Let's get into it. 2 or 3 minutes out from the start of qualifying. Oh, we're gonna get. Is it going to be a full clean session with no incidents? I mean, we've seen some incident-filled qualifying sessions up to now. I tell you what, the one in Saudi Arabia, there was a red flag for like over an hour. I don't know how I bridged that gap, but I managed to get through it. And then in Imola, a couple of weeks ago, a lot of red flags again. They stopped the session about 4 times. That was another hour qualifying session that lasted 2 hours in Imola. So let's hope we get something a bit more straightforward here. Sunny day in Miami then. There was hints of rain showers for the race tomorrow, but I don't think that's on the cards anymore. Yeah, it depends what camera shot's on the telly. Depends if, because you're getting different levels of light from each different shot of the camera. Maybe I need to somehow have where the TV's further back, so the light from it affects this less. That's the key, innit? I've got to get the telly over there, because every single different shot is got a different amount of light, and that's affecting everything. So it's too on the edge of. But yeah, we're just seeing the live drivers championship points there. I have got that up on this side anyway. But what I haven't done is set up the. Let me set up the F1.com. I've not set up the live timings because I was in a bit of a rush to become live actually. Live timings. And then I'll tell you what, for the race tomorrow, I hope we don't have all these bloody technical issues. Right, minimise that. And how is that looking? Let's have a look how that's looking. Yeah, we're on. Timing screen's on. Timing screen is on. Move it down there. 10 seconds to go. That's what we like to hear. We're almost ready to get underway. They're already queuing at the end of the pit lane then. Let's see how we get on. I mean, my face is like glowing orange with this light, but listen. Better than being a white ghost, innit? I see me Australia watch along back. That was full ghost mode, but now full orange. But we're on. Anyway, what have we got? Yeah, don't worry about it. Enjoy the qualifying. Yeah. I'll have to sort it out in between streams, and I'll have to move the telly further back or something. Do you want to score Flash? Do you want to score for Flash and Prem? Oh yeah, go on. Tell me what the what is it? Liverpool Tottenham. Yeah, go on. Is that still? That was still 0-0 last I saw. 0-0 at half time, wasn't it? I think. But yeah. Keep me up to date with the Prem. That's fine. Don't worry, mate. H says learning curve. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Simon. 1-0 Spurs. 1-0 Spurs. Right. Yeah, it's all learning curve, isn't it? So yeah, everyone's out. Here we go. Session underway. Qualifying is officially underway. What's your predictions for pole position, guys? I've gone for Max Verstappen pole position, but I've gone Perez to win the race tomorrow after I'm predicting issues. I'm predicting drama, basically. I'm predicting big drama in the race tomorrow between the championship contenders, whether we get that. How high up the grid can Mercedes get? Oh, look at already with the back end sliding coming out of the last couple of corners there, coming out of the final hairpin. It's going to be Mick Schumacher, the first man to do a flying lap in Miami in this qualifying session. And we're fully underway now. I'll tell you what, the build up to this race, the PR, the how quickly they've built this track as well, and all the facilities is mad. I remember seeing pictures from them building the circuit and building all the infrastructure like 2-3 weeks ago. Nowhere near ready. They've been absolutely rapid in getting this ready, and now we're finally underway for a proper qualifying session. And it's Kevin Magnussen absolutely storming down the straight. I should have learned the corner numbers, but now we're coming into this tight, tricky middle sector here. This is where it's all gonna go off. I love this sequence of corners here. David Cross saying the same. He loves this little bit of track. Little fiddly little bit in the middle of the circuit. For me, that's the highlight of the whole thing. It's really good. Liverpool 1-0 down, can't believe it. Love to see how far the Alphas. Are you an Alpha Tauri? You an Alpha Tauri man, are you, Simon? I'm looking forward to seeing how high Haas can get up the grid, and Mercedes. Also, Vettel was looking quick in final practice as well. I think he was up in the top 6 or 7 in final practice. Let me know if the timing screens are updating. It looked like the timing screens are alright. In fact, I don't know jinx it, but the old scenery is looking alright as well, isn't it? At the minute. I already fully jinx. I mean, I'm bright. I mean, my skin looks bright orange with this lighting, but at least I'm not fully flickering. It doesn't look bad. So people starting to cross the line now to set the very first lap times. Obviously, these aren't fully representative, just the very first laps. Stroll quickest at the minute, but we're early days. We're over 13 and a half minutes to go. In fact, you know what I'll do? If I go 5:01, there we go. Yeah. Sky Sports main event, by the way, is a few seconds ahead of Sky Sports F1. So if F1 is on Sky Sports main event, you're about 5 seconds ahead, which I found out courtesy of Jordan Rothwell when I was watching it on Sky Sports F1. He was watching it on the main event, and he was like 5 seconds ahead. I was like, what? So yeah, that's it. So I was 5 seconds behind real live then, but now I'm bang on. Sainz for nearly gauntlet then. Sainz goes quickest ahead of Ricciardo, Leclerc, Norris and Stroll. We're on board with Max Verstappen, seeing him go through this tight, tricky middle sector. Yeah, they're going underneath all the highways. It's mad. Love it. They're going underneath all the big highways that probably, some of them leading into this Hard Rock Stadium. Here comes Max Verstappen then. He's gone purple in the middle sector. Fastest of anybody. Comes round the last couple of corners flat out then. And crosses the line 0.6 of a second quicker than Carlos Sainz's Ferrari. Early days, but looking very quick. Max Verstappen then early on in Q1. Perez makes it a Red Bull 1-2 for the time being. Gasly pops up then with the time way off the pace. He's still warming up. That's not a representative lap time. But here comes the two Mercedes boys then. George Russell out of the final couple of corners, heading to the line then in this Q1 session, and pops up P3. Still half a second down on Max Verstappen. Yes, so you got Verstappen ahead of Perez and Russell by half a second. What is going on in the chat? Lando fans, Simon is. You fell asleep in the sun, that's all. Yeah, it looks like that. I know. They're flipping the lighting and everything. I look bright orange, but it's the only way I can do it at the minute. Bright orange skin for the win. Sky Sports Main. Yeah, that's the channel to be on. They're about 5 seconds ahead of Sky Sports F1. Yes, Jay. How we doing, bro? What do you think for Norris? Pole position, Norris. I'll be up for that. Robert, don't have Sky. Oh, this is the way. This is the future, Chris. You just have me on. I'll describe you the action. Boom, game on. And we've got the live timing screen there. So between the live timing screen and what I'm waffling on about, you'll get a good picture of what's going on. Yuki Tsunoda pops up into P9. We're watching Lewis Hamilton then through both Mercedes guys in the middle. That tricky middle sector at the moment. Then round turn 14 comes Lewis Hamilton, yet to put a representative lap time on the board. Russell already up to P3 early on. Verstappen quickest on a 1 minute 30.2, but still 10 minutes to go. And all this session is about, if you don't know, is just about getting out of the bottom 5. So whoever is 16th down to 20th at the end of this session, at the end of this Q1 session, their grid position set. Then the top 15 go through to Q2, and then the top 10 go through to the pole position shootout, which is Q3. So this is just Q1. It's about not being in the bottom 5. So if you're in a Red Bull and a Ferrari, you don't need to go absolute balls to the wall in this session. It's just about getting a decent banker lap in and safely getting through to Q2. But if you're a midfield runner, yeah, you're going absolutely to the limit, because this might be, this is weekend defining. If you're in a team that's struggling, getting through to Q2 is a very important thing. We see Michelle Obama, or a lot of big names at this race. This is a place to be. Be happy with the top 5. Yeah, top 5 for Norris would be a good result. Yeah, definitely. It's hard to tell where McLaren are, really. One weekend they're out the back, the next weekend they're fighting for podiums. So I imagine the real McLaren pace is somewhere in the middle of that, probably top 6, top 8. But yeah, hope Russell does well. It's mad he has a better car. Yeah, man. Russell has had a great start to his Mercedes career, despite. Let me just do that so that the wire's not banging on the microphone. Yeah. But yeah, Russell's had a great start to his Mercedes career, despite the Mercedes not being as quick as he would have liked. But here we go then. Charles Leclerc through the tight middle sector. I tell you what, they look so cautious through that chicane. But Leclerc's already purple in the first sector, then faster than anybody. Sainz looking quick as well. Magnussen pops up into P7 in the Haas. Go on, Kevin. Zhou Guanyu as well in the top 6. Norris goes P2 then, and Ricciardo replaces him. So both McLarens pop up into the top 3. Hey, would you take the top 5 now, Jay? Hey, pole position's on. Early days, you never know. Leclerc, purple in the first 2 sectors, and Sainz pops in a 130 flat to go quicker than Verstappen into P1. Here comes Leclerc to the line. Oh, it's a lot quicker. It's a 29.4 for Charles Leclerc. 0.6 of a second quicker than Sainz and the rest of them. Stroll pops up into P5. But that's a big gap at this stage. Leclerc laying it down early on. Yeah, the car's exactly the same. Russell has just been pulling a madness. Here comes Perez to the line then, up to P4. So Ferrari, Red Bull, At the moment, both McLarens in the top 7. Hamilton still yet to properly show his hand. He's down in 16th at the minute. Needs a lap, does Lewis, with 6 minutes to go. You know, if he doesn't pop up into the top half soon, it's looking a bit concerning for Lewis in the elimination zone at the moment, with Gasly, Latifi, Albon and Ocon, who I assume, because he had a crash in final practice, so I don't know, I wasn't listening to the commentary before, but I don't know if he's even going to get out, because I don't know if they've rebuilt the car in time, but he hasn't set a lap time so far. Oh, Alonso's just scraping the wall on the exit there. Is that turn 70? Oh. Yeah, look at this chicane. Yeah, Hamilton's having to just back out of that one. The car's looking absolute handful to get through that chicane. He is in danger, yeah. He's in danger, yeah. Damn right. Leclerc said 29-4, still unbeaten, although Verstappen has improved and is just 3.5 tenths behind now in second. We're on board with Lewis Hamilton, then down to the final hairpin. How's he doing? He's gone green middle sector, so personal best in the middle sector, but he is under pressure now with 4.5 minutes and he's in the pits, so he's going to have to put a new set of boots on. Brand new set of tyres. Oh, I tell you what. And now I can firmly say the pressure is on Lewis Hamilton now. He was knocked out in Q1 in Saudi Arabia. If he doesn't want a repeat of that here in Miami, this big pressure, he needs to go out and put in a rapid lap in the last 4 minutes of the session. I know, it's the lighting, Josh. I can't do anything about it, because if I don't have the light on, look at me. Oh no, it's not that bad actually. I'll do it like that then. You see, but you get it all this flickering and that, because you need it as bright as possible, or else you're just gonna have the green screen. I'll leave it like that. That's a bit more human, isn't it? I was a bit full orange, full Gemma Collins mode, wasn't I? Full orange. Yeah, it's a bit better, isn't it? But it's just that this will flicker and all, the background will, you know what I mean? Look at me, look at the jumper and that, look at me, like, everything's just, anyway. Look at that, you see what I mean? I can see through. It's not better. Can't win. See through Motorsport Madman. But, it's one of them. Yeah, if he's doing one, Josh, definite. Tsunoda pops up into P5 then. There's less than 3 minutes to go in this Q1 session. Here comes George Russell then out of the last couple of corners to the line. Hamilton's still in the bottom 5. Russell pops up into P6. Hamilton 18th. This is really under pressure now with 2 minutes to go. Magnussen only goes up to 13th. He's in trouble. The bottom 5 at the moment then is Schumacher, Albon, Hamilton, Latifi, Ocon. I don't think Ocon's going to get out in this session, is he? By the looks of things. 18th, yeah, Martin. Crazy. He's good. This is with 2 minutes to go. Oh, look, that's shocking, that. Let me, before we get the final laps on. Let me see if I can stop this flickering. Hang on. Just try to mess with it so we don't get the flickering. Oh, I'll leave it like that. me get the timing screens back up. Here comes Lewis then, under big pressure with 1.5 minutes to go. Yeah, this is not right. Coming through the middle sector now then, Lewis Hamilton, the last chance parade. Yeah, nicely through there. Don't hit the wall on the exit. Here he comes then down the back straight. 4/10 up on a time he needs to get through to Q2 then, I think. I don't think... Yeah, this is it. He's not up on... he's not up on many drivers here, but it could be enough to get him out of Q1 and into Q2 then. Lewis Hamilton to the line. P5 and safe for Lewis Hamilton. That was a... They were sweating in that Mercedes garage, I tell you now. Oh, 1-1 score flash. Liverpool have equalled up. Oh, they need to. City fans sweating. But, yeah, Leclerc still quickest from Verstappen, Sainz, Perez. Hamilton now up to P5. Tsunoda in the top 6 at the moment then. Down at the bottom end, which is really what it's about, is Alonso in the drop zone. Zhou Guanyu, both Williams of Albon and Latifi, and Ocon, who is not even going to get out of the garage, I don't think, because of the crash he had in final practice about a couple of hours ago. Yeah, big pressure for Fernando Alonso. And the Alpine is a quick car, but it's all gone wrong for him. Ocon in the wall in practice doesn't even get out, and it looks like Alonso, unless he improves here in the final few seconds, might be knocked out in Q1. Here comes Lando Norris then. Where can he pop into? He's 11th at the minute, crosses the line, doesn't improve, stays 11th then, Lando Norris. So he might just be about safe with that, Lando Norris. Stroll goes P6. Not bad at all from the young Canadian Lance Stroll. Here comes Alonso then. Big for Fernando Alonso's weekend. Boom! P6. Fernando. Who's that? Fernandez. No, listen. Great lap from Fernando Alonso. Up to 6th. Magnussen now in the bottom 5. Bottas just outside at the minute. Here comes Nicholas Latifi then to the line. Oh no, it doesn't improve. Latifi's 19th. So Ocon will start 20th. He didn't even get out of the garage because of his crash. Latifi 19th. Looks like Albon will be 18th. Zhou 17th. And poor Kevin Magnussen, he's not got out. Magnussen's out. Bottas just survives then, and the rest of them. Shame about Kevin Magnussen. The two Williams and Zhou Guanyu is a little bit predictable. And we move on. Alonso with a great lap in the end, and to get to pop up into P6. Leclerc was quickest then by the end of that session. That 29.4 wasn't beaten. Verstappen 3/10 behind. Mercedes 5th and 8th, and that is Q1 done, guys. We will go to Q2 in about 5 minutes, but yeah, I think the start. Do you know what? Is my music still on? Is that music still on? I'll turn that off. Should have said your background music's still running, unless you want it on. But I was getting annoying that the same tune just on loop for an hour. No, it wasn't loud though, was it? It wasn't loud. It was just in the background. But that's just maybe for the first couple of minutes. I always forget about it. Latifi didn't crash. Get in. Big news. Yeah. Hold the front page. Is it still Spurs 1, Liverpool 1? 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. bet Denver was buzzing when Liverpool equalised, wasn't he? Because if Spurs drop points, Arsenal top 4, and if Liverpool drop points, City get the title, innit? Whoever, you know what I mean. It's all on edge. It wasn't loud. It was relaxing. Yeah, no, it's just in the back. I like that tune, but probably not on loop for an hour though. But that is going to be my tune for this channel. I do like it, and it's one of those copyright-free drillers. But it's the best. It's the best copyright-free tune I've found. So that'll be the theme. The theme of the channel will be that tune. But I'm not having it for an hour loop. It's a bit mad. But yeah, Magnussen out, Joe out, Albon Latifi, and Ocon, who didn't even get out of the garage. On to bigger and better things now. On to the Q2 session. Things start to hot up. Who's going to get into the top 10 shootout? As we see a replay here from Zhou Guanyu's complaining about traffic at the end of that session there. Yeah, Zhou Guanyu not happy at all. He's saying he's been blocked. He's been blocked on his final laps. As we see the fake harbour. Why, man? Why have they got a fake harbour? Chris Poundcoin, Miami Vice theme tune for the opening of the race tomorrow. How does that go? I'll get slung. I'll get copyrighted or something. You got to be careful what tunes you play, innit? If you're on Democast, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? You play what you want. But when I don't want this channel getting like banned or something. So you got to be careful what you play. So I can't just whack on any tune. You'll get copyright strike or something. So not worth it. Leclerc and Max fight for pole, yeah. Leclerc and Max fight for the championship probably, but Mercedes can get onto it now, but it's not looking like they've got the pace for competing with. They've got to be competing with the Ferraris and Red Bulls now. They've got to be beating the Ferrari and Red Bulls now to get in the mix. Other than that, I can see it being Verstappen versus Leclerc, not only this weekend but for the rest of the year, to be honest. Can Sainz turn it round? He's had a dodgy start to the season, to say the least, and that dodgy start to the season's continued. He was in the wall yesterday in Friday practice. Another mistake from Carlos Sainz. So unless he has a dramatic turnaround to his season, and if Perez can pull a madness and start beating Verstappen, which you get good odds on that, you are probably looking at them two for the rest of the year, to be honest. But like I said before, I think Mercedes will catch up at some point, but it just might be too late for them to be in a championship battle. But they might be able to affect the outcome of the championship by nicking wins off Red Bulls and Ferraris at the end of the season and causing a bit of upset and a bit of drama. And I'll be there every step of the way. Relaxing after working the night shift, back at it tomorrow night. Oh, Ernesto, feel for you, mate. But fair play to you, Ernesto. I know you do a lot of hours. As does Chris Poundcoin, mind you. Music is good. I could sleep to that. Yeah, it's good. It's good music. And Pansino, greetings from Poland. Yes. Unfortunately, Robert Kubica not in Formula One anymore. But I was a big fan of Robert Kubica back in the day. He nearly won the championship in 2008. He led the championship. He was rapid. And then that unfortunate rally accident and he's been a reserve driver. I don't know if he's still a reserve driver, but Robert Kubica must have been an absolute hero in Poland. You were one of the best drivers in the world, that is for sure. Won the 2008 Canadian Grand Prix. Boom, knowledge in the bank. Yeah, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome to the Motorsport Madman channel. Get yourself subscribed if you're into Formula 1, because when F1's on, I'm on. And here we go for Q2 then. There's 13 minutes to go already. And Mick Schumacher on an absolute flyer then. What can they do? So, hang on a minute. I haven't picked up on this up till now. Magnussen's out, Schumacher through. Big up to Mick Schumacher. What can he do? If he can get into the top 10, oh, big up, mate. I say I'm neutral, yeah, but I do like Mick Schumacher. I would love to see him do well, mate. That's my line. I'd love to see him do well. That's another way of saying I'm a fan. But let's see how he goes. Going through the middle sector now. This is the tricky bit. Comes through the chicane, very nice and cautious. It's going to be so good to drive in the game as well, this. Yeah. Sainz goes purple, sector 1 then. The two Ferraris are on a flying lap. This session then is about getting through to the top 10 shootout in Q3. That's what this is all about. Here we go then. Mick Schumacher's going to be the first one across the line to set a lap time of 1:30.4. Seconds slower than what Leclerc set in the first qualifying session. So it might not be enough to get through. And Leclerc straight away beats that, goes quickest. And Sainz no doubt will make it a Ferrari 1-2 when he comes into shot. And there he is. And it is Sainz quicker than Leclerc at the minute then. Cut to Valtteri Bottas. It's hard to even know which driver's which with these special edition crash helmets. I said this before, because I'm used to the normal crash helmet design, and everyone's got a special edition one for Miami, so nightmare for me. Got to be looking at the number on the side of the car, but you got to get a close up to see that. But yeah, Verstappen goes quickest then now, half a second quicker. And Perez makes it a Red Bull 1-2 early on then in Q2. Yeah, welcome in. I do like the nice little Miami, little flashes of Miami livery on the Mercedes this weekend. It does look cool. Here comes Lando Norris then down the back straight, down to the final hairpin. What kind of a time is Lando Norris going to set then with his basketball crash helmet? Does look mint, that. Pops up into P5 then, just behind the Red Bulls and Ferraris early on, but he's a second off the pace. And Hamilton beats that then, displaces Norris, and yep, into the 129s, half a second off Verstappen. As we cut to Daniel Ricciardo. Now that's a nice special edition crash helmet. That is a nice one with the flowers and everything. He does rep some good helmets, does Daniel Ricciardo. Out of the hairpin he comes then. Can he get anywhere near Lando Norris's time? Can he get anywhere near Verstappen's time? No, is the answer to that. Goes P9, slowest of anyone that's set the time so far. 2 seconds off the pace for Daniel Ricciardo. Not great at the moment. Nine minutes to go in Q2 then. Mick Schumacher still up in P7. So Mick Schumacher's in the first laps of Q2 has actually put a lap together that's quicker than Bottas and Ricciardo. So has he got half a chance of getting through to Q3? I'd love to see it. Pierre Gasly pops up into P6 then. Second off the pace, just in front of his teammate Yuki Tsunoda. It's Stroll then down to the final hairpin. Yeah, very nice through there, Lance Stroll. What can he do then? For Aston Martin, they've got the season underway in Imola and P9 at the moment for Lance Stroll. Yeah, they had a horrible first 3 races, did Aston Martin, but got, I think Vettel was 8th and Stroll was 10th in Imola, so they got 5 points. So they're off the mark, finally, Aston Martin. And certainly looking for their season to improve as it goes along, because they've really gone backwards. Here comes Sebastian Vettel then to the line. Only P12 at the moment then. Ricciardo still slowest of anyone. Fernando Alonso goes P7. As does Valtteri Bottas, displaces the Spaniard down to 8th. But we still Red Bull 1-2, Ferrari 3-4, Hamilton 5th. Both AlphaTauris in the top 10. Start to look at the elimination zone then with 7 minutes to go. It is Stroll, Schumacher, Vettel, Ricciardo, and Russell's not even set a lap time yet. So he needs to get on with it, and here he is as we cut to George Russell. About to start a flying lap then, George Russell. Yeah. Come on, Russell, get a time in. Yeah, he's got to get a time in now. 7 minutes to go. Yeah, Anto, I'm not really into UFC, but I'll go and have a chat with a few of the lads in it. So yeah, I'll go over. Whoa, he's nearly lost it there, George Russell. Oh, this sector of the track's fantastic. And then this, he's given up on it yet. He's gone, so he's lost the rear end. Mercedes under pressure again then to get through. This time, George Russell is the one under pressure. We're going to see a replay of that then. Yeah, he lost the rear end there. Fast left-hander, is that like turn 3 or something? I need to properly learn the corner names for the Grand Prix tomorrow. But I need to learn the number of each corner. I'm out of sync. I kind of know the layout in my head. But, you know, if someone says turn 7, what's that? I need to learn that for the race tomorrow. Bit of overnight studying for me. So I can say he's lost it in turn 4. But it's a brand new circuit, so you gotta give me some grace in it. brand new. Leclerc pops up into P1, then very close. Only just beats Max Verstappen by 72 thousandths of a second. Game on for round 5, just as it was for the first 4 rounds of the season. Game on for round 5. Everyone back in the garage then, put a new set of boots on it and go for the last few minutes. I haven't noticed that before. The AlphaTauri's got a little bit of a Miami flair to it, to the livery, just on the headrest area of the car. So it's not as significant as Mercedes. Mercedes has painted the whole end plates of the front and rear wing as well, the halo. Here comes Russell then, under pressure then, 4.5 minutes to go. Needs to get a lap in. 21.5 seconds off the pace at the minute. Yeah, he didn't improve. Ricciardo 2 seconds off as well. He definitely needs to improve. Mick Schumacher down in 12th for the minute. Vettel 13th. So this is just about getting into the top 10 shootout. Hamilton on an outlap as well then. So the only guys out at the moment then are the two Ferraris, Hamilton, Mick Schumacher and George Russell, who we're following round now. Everyone else getting a new set of tyres on for a final run. We'll be live for the Grand Prix tomorrow. Yes, I will be live for every single Grand Prix and every single qualifying session of the Formula 1 World Championship. So get yourself tuned in. 8:20 I'll be live for the race starting at 8:30. This is UK time, by the way. In Poland, it might be 1 hour ahead of that, I think. So yeah, adjust it for that. But 8:20, 10 minutes before the start of the race at 8:30 tomorrow for the first ever Miami Grand Prix. But right now we've got 3 minutes to go, and Russell has improved then, pops up into P7, gets a lap under his belt. McLarens are both in the bottom 5 at the minute. Norris P11, Ricciardo dead last out of the 15 runners. Way off the pace. So McLaren need to improve. So do the Aston Martins if they want to get through to the top 10 shootout. And Mick Schumacher down there in 13th as well at the moment. On board with Lewis Hamilton then, P5, looking to improve from there. Here he comes then round the tricky little chicane. You have to be so careful around there. And then you can gun it. Once you come out of that tight little left-hander, then you can gun it under the bridge, under the highway, and full beans right down to this hairpin at the other side. They've virtually reached VMAX down here. We're looking at 199, 200 mile an hour speed trap. Down 6 gears then, round the hairpin, and now gunning it to the line. Flat out left right to end the lap and crosses the line, stays 5th, Lewis Hamilton. Everyone drop a like. Cheers, Martin. Pan, wait for the Las Vegas 2023. I don't know what time of year, but I've seen the circuit layout. That's going to be another spectacular event. I think that race is going to be on the Saturday night. When that got announced, so they're properly going for a night race, and they probably thought Sunday night, because for the European market that'll be like Monday morning, so they've gone Saturday night Grand Prix next year. So I'll still be going. I'll be here for Las Vegas. You know what I mean? We'll hopefully have grown a bit by then as well. If we keep dropping likes and we keep subscribing and we keep coming back, we should have a few more in by Las Vegas 2023. But following Sebastian Vettel round then, needs to improve in the bottom 5 at the moment. Oh, Sonoda, driver at risk in 10th. Oh, that's rapid. A little bit of porpoising there from Vettel, but it's nothing like the Mercedes. It's a nice car visually, the Aston Martin, but if you're not quick, you're not quick. It looks quick. Oh, a little bit of oversteer there. It's turn 16 that then. So the chicane is 14 and 15. And then that left-hander's turn 16. Right. Stored, logged. And then that hairpin is 17. Yeah. So the big overtaking opportunities are 11 and 17, basically. Here comes Vettel then. Pops up into P8. Wow. It's gonna be close. That's gonna be close. Perez has already crossed the line, then he's done all he could do. And Lance Stroll up into 6th. Oh, Russell might be knocked out. Russell might be knocked out because Bottas has just gone up to 5th. Here comes Mick Schumacher. Doesn't improve. He's out then. 14th. Definitely out. But the McLarens can improve and knock Russell out. Here comes Lando Norris. Up to P3. Russell in 10th now then. And that's it. Yuki Tsunoda. So Russell's out. Yuki Tsunoda goes P9. George Russell knocked out. Hamilton's only 7th. Alonso goes quicker, but he's out as well. Alonso out. Russell out. Vettel out. Schumacher out, Ricciardo out. George Russell, Mr. Consistent, the first time. I think that's the first time this season he's not been Q3. I'd imagine so. Wow. And we're still not, Q2's still not over because we cut to Daniel Ricciardo, who's still on a flying lap. It could get worse for George Russell. He could start this race 13th. if Ricardo pulls a lap out of the bag here, then out of the final hairpin, around the final corner, then for Daniel Ricciardo to the line. No, still out. Look at the gap between... I don't know what the gap is between Norris and Ricciardo, but it's a lot because Norris is up in third and Ricciardo out in 14th. So drivers knocked out then. Fernando Alonso P11, George Russell 12th for Mercedes, Mr. Consistent knocked out. Sebastian Vettel 13th for Aston Martin, Ricciardo 14th for McLaren, and Mick Schumacher unfortunately in P15. So obviously both Ferraris through, both Red Bulls through. The McLaren of Lando Norris is through. Bottas was 6th. Hamilton was 7th. The two Alpha Tauris are through in 9th and 10th. And Lance Stroll in the Aston Martin goes through in 8th position. Then pole position shootout coming up in a few minutes. What's going on in the chat? Where... Oh, I've missed a few comments here. Yeah, Las Vegas. A result 1-1. What? Liverpool dropped points to Tottenham. They finished 1-1. Oh, City champions. It's game over. And Arsenal top 4. So Denver buzzing. And Matty and all the Arsenal fans will be buzzing with that if it's finished 1-1. Where am I from? I'm from Manchester in the UK. Pan. Yes, Rob. Yeah, from the UK. Denver Raid. Get in there, the lads. Come on, Norris. Yeah, Norris looking quick, Jay. The green screen's going to be mucked up because these adverts with the daft bright colours and that. So just ignore that this is all flickering and all the rest of it. Because when it comes back to the actual on-track action, look at me, see-through mode and everything. Get off the screen, man. These mad adverts. Yeah, Raiders, don't forget to hit the like button. Yeah, Chris, it might look like he's on the payroll, but nah, he's just a good friend. How much did I owe you, Chris, for promoting me? How much, Chris? What, £10 a stream? £10 a stream? No, lad. Can't do that, lad. Yeah, anyone that's new, listen, if you're into Formula 1, get yourself subscribed. Oh, live for every single session this weekend. Miami, brand new event, boom, every single practice session, qualifying race, preview shows. Get yourself on it. I'm cheap, I'm free. My bets are on for free. Oh, that's it then, Chris. Right, sorted. You're in. But yeah, we're just in the lull now between Q2 and Q3. It will be a 12-minute session to decide pole position for Miami. I want to see your predictions in the chat. I went for... Oh, hang on, I can show you here. I went for Verstappen pole. How's that prediction looking now? Well, Russell to finish 5th is probably pretty unlikely now, considering he's knocked out and probably starts 12th. But my predictions are still alive. I'm predicting drama in the race tomorrow, Verstappen and Leclerc collision, and they give Perez the win. I'm going for that. But back to the standard background. We see what went wrong with George Russell then. Let's have a look what went wrong with George Russell in Q2. Right. Oh, it was that. We already saw it before. It was where he lost the rear end. So, he's in the first sector. Yeah, turn 4. High speed, left-handed, pretty much a flat out, and boom, he just loses the rear end. And now he's just trying to seesaw the wheel, trying to line up for the next corner, for the next apex. And by that time, he's probably thought... He probably sees on his delta on his steering wheel, I've lost a good chunk of time. And he's probably thought, no, I've been this lap off. And this is his second attempt then, George Russell. So what's he done there? So he's in this tight, tricky middle section then. And Karen Chandok rewinds it again, right? Yeah, so he's trying to get that car properly turned into this tight tight middle section of the circuit, and then he comes to this finicky chicane, and yeah, it's too cautious. He's not really committed to it. And he's out. P12 for George Russell, Mr. Consistent. Not finished a race outside the top 5 this season. And now we're on board with Sebastian Vettel replay from Q2. I think Vettel's out as well. I think Vettel'll start P13. In fact, let me get the timing screen back up, because if I don't have that tab open, we're in the mud. Oh, yeah, nasty that turn 16, innit? Pan lived 15 years in Stoke-on-Trent. Yeah, not too far. Not far at all. Only time I've been to Stoke-on-Trent is on a school trip when I was about 12. Went to one of those big furnace school trip mode. Max is looking strong for pole. But Ferrari's looking good as well. What can Sainz do? Is it a four-way? Is it a four-way battle? Can someone pull a rabbit out of the hat? Can a Lando Norris pull something magic out? But my bet would be on Max Verstappen looking rapid. And see where you're back in Poland if you lived in Stoke. Yeah. Beautiful, innit, Stoke? Can you do it on a cold, wet Monday night in Stoke, though, Pan? Leclerc takes pole. Yeah, good shout. Could be. We're just waiting to get underway. Look at that's a crazy special edition crash helmet for Valtteri Bottas. I think I seen actually a social media post of Bottas. He's got a crash helmet, one design for Friday, one design for Saturday, and one design for Sunday. Mate, chill out. That's going back to like Vettel's championship winning days. He used to change his crash helmet design in between sessions, and they outlawed it after that, because Vettel went mad on crash helmets in like between 2000, I'd say like 2011 and 13. He were mad on changing. He'd be like Friday practice 1 with a white crash helmet, Friday practice 2 with a glittery gold, and you just be like, oh, how can I keep up with it? And then they outlawed all that. You have to keep the same helmet design. And since then, that rule's kind of been relaxed, so they can have like special edition ones now. So everyone's going for a special edition Miami version. Look at the venue from the helicopter shot. Looks fantastic. This is the place to be this weekend, I tell you that. Fake harbours or not, this is the place to be. $2,000 a ticket, I heard. $2,000 a ticket. You'd be mad. I think I'll be back to the UK again. Yeah, when you live abroad, you realise how strong the UK is. I tell you that for a fact. We all think it's a load of rubbish, but you realise how strong economically the UK is. It might be a joke when you're in there, when you live in there. You go outside of it, you realise we're clued up. We're clued up. Trust me. On the world stage, the UK is clued up. Here we go then. Leclerc's going to be the first driver, foot to the floorboard then in Q3. In 9.5 minutes time, we'll know who's on pole for the first ever Miami Grand Prix. This is what we're waiting for. Look at that cable car that goes over the track. Yeah, beautiful circuit. This first sector. Wow, so quick. Into turn 11 now. 12. This is where it gets tight and twisty now. The middle sector. How's he going to take the chicane? Oh, he's nice. Really cautious over... You've got to be really cautious over that first curb in the chicane. And he's nowhere near the wall on the exit at 16. Down the back straight now for Charles Leclerc. Ernesto, thanks a lot, bro. Show your support. Hello, Faron. How we doing? You've joined us for the crucial last 8 minutes of qualifying. So welcome in, bro. Charles Leclerc sets a lap time for 29 flat then. Verstappen goes purple in the middle sector then. Max Verstappen going quicker with 7.5 minutes to go. At the moment, it's Ferrari 1-2, Bottas third, but I don't think they've all crossed the line. Stroll to fourth then. Here comes Max Verstappen to the line and goes quickest. He's on pole at the moment. Provisional pole position for Max Verstappen on a 28.9. Yeah, by half a tenth. Perez up to fourth then. So it is Verstappen, Leclerc, Sainz, Perez. Bottas a second off the pace at the minute. Lewis crosses the line, then a 1:30.1 over a second off the pace for Lewis Hamilton. But yeah, the top three so close. Hamilton way off it. Gasly goes across the line, stays 10th. So the early so that is the first shots out of the cannon then in Q3. They'll pit, put a new set of tyres on, and they'll go for one final run in a few minutes. But Max Verstappen, yeah, the gap between Verstappen and the two Ferraris less than a tenth. This is seriously close. Any one of those top three, I mean, Perez half a second off the pace. He's going to have to really pull a perfect lap out of the bag to improve half a second. He's asking something. But between the top three, any one of those top three could be on pole position in 7 minutes' time. I think Denver's going on Chatterbox with Carly. I don't even know what that is. What is that? I don't even know what that is, but Chatterbox. Is that a show she does or something? Is that like a stream that she does where people can come on or something on her channel? Yeah, that's where she goes. I'll message him in a bit, see what's going on in it. No one got a link with it. Top 5 on for Norris, yeah, man. Top 5 is on. He's got to improve by. Listen, he's got to pull a second out of the bag as Norris. But it's possible, yeah. But more likely about where he is now in P7, I'd say. But you never know. He can pull a lap out of the bag, can Lando Norris. He put a link in the chat. Is that where he is? Is he on with Carly? Is he? I've not spoke to Carly for a long time actually. Probably about 6 months. She used to do a lot of party streams, didn't she? But I've not seen any lately. But yeah, Bottas up there in P5. In fact, I predicted him to finish P4, so he's living up to my predictions. But the thing is, I had Hamilton to finish second. I think that's in the bin. Over a second off the pace. Unless it's absolute chaos at the front. Lewis is looking at 5th at the best, isn't he? Ernesto, our YouTube channel is called Chatterbox. Oh, has she got like a different... Right. I think I understand now. It must be a second channel. Right. After this, I'll find out what's going on in it. We'll rig it up. Look at that then. We've got a fake beach. That's the place to be though, isn't it? Fake beach or not. Mate, they're just chilling. Are they even interested in Formula One though? They're not, are they? They're just chilling in the pool. Like, having a drink with the mates and that. They're not even interested, are they? Like, let's face the facts. You know what I mean? Who's more of a fan? Who's more of a fan? Me, who's not missed a race for 16, 17 years and goes absolutely berserk and love it with every single ounce of my being. It's all about this sport. Or them, yeah, they're there. They're at the event. But they're like dipping in a pool, just having a drink with the mate at the thing. Nah, like I would not be in that swimming pool now. They're there for the party, man. They're not really into it. They're there because it's the place to be, in it. A lot of the people that are here because it's the place to be. But could they name 5 drivers? No. Anyway, we're out of the garage now. 2 minutes to go. This is the absolute crucial point now. These are the big laps. What are we saying in the chat? Chatterbox, yeah, I'll find it. I'll find him. I'll find Denver, what he's up to. Here we go then. 2 minutes to go. These are the laps. These are the crucial laps. Who are we saying? Who are we saying for pole? This is big. They're all on the outlap then. For a one final big lap of the weekend. Where are they going to start the 2022 Miami Grand Prix from is about to be decided. 1 minute to go in the Q3 shootout then. Leclerc is prepared his tyres. They're all getting the tyres at perfect temperature. And here we go then for the final laps in Q3. Norris pole, yeah, fingers crossed, toes crossed, everything crossed, Jay. You get a second and a half to find. That would be magic. Here comes Charles Leclerc, mate. Forget Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc. Round turns 7 and 8. Titans. Heading down round the flat out turn 10, down to turn 11, and then we get the tricky middle sector. But Sainz looking rapid then. Sainz goes purple. Oh. Here comes Charles Leclerc then. Now he's going to hit the chicane. How's he going to go? Yeah, he's all right. No dramas yet for Charles Leclerc. Round turn 16, then only a couple of corners to go for Charles Leclerc. Obviously goes middle purple sector. Leclerc's looking rapid. Then what's Verstappen doing? I have no. Has Verstappen got time to do another lap? Here comes Charles Leclerc then, does 28.7, provisional pole for Charles Leclerc. Can Sainz take it off him though? Here comes Sainz. No, two tenths behind him. Sainz goes second. Is it a 1-2 on the grid? Hamilton pops up into P5 ahead of Bottas. No, Verstappen's not setting a lap. Norris 7th at best then. Hamilton 6th. Bottas up to 4th. Now pushed down to 5th as Perez crosses the line. So I think it's Ferrari 1-2, Red Bull 3-4. Then Gasly pops up into 7th. Norris unfortunately down to 8th. Stroll 10th. Tsunoda 9th. But something happened in the first sector for Max Verstappen. He's obviously made a mistake in the final sector, so it's a Ferrari 1-2 for the Miami Grand Prix. Leclerc 2/10 ahead of Sainz, Verstappen 3rd, Perez 4th, Bottas 5th, Hamilton 6th, Gasly 7th, Norris 8th, Tsunoda 9th, Lance Stroll 10th. And that is all, guys. Big weekend. They're not going to... 8 for Norris, unfortunately. Going to be Max. No, so right, we're going to see what happened with Max here. Right, he's lost it. Similar to George Russell. Wow, he just messed up that first sector. What a shame. But he's still 3rd anyway, mistake or not. Verstappen can still win it from 3rd. But yeah, he's cost him the pole position. Well, potentially cost him the pole position. And giving the Ferrari 1-2 in qualifying. Here we go. Do the right thing, bro. If you could choose another destination in the US for an extra Grand Prix, where would it be? Laguna Seca. Oh, good shout, Laguna Seca, yeah. Yeah, but corkscrew in a Formula 1 car. I don't know about that. They'd probably take off. They'd probably come over the thing. I don't know about that. I don't know if it'd be allowed. The corkscrew in a Formula 1 car around Laguna Seca. But yeah, good shout. Watkins Glen, maybe. No, Indianapolis, actually. I do Indianapolis. I'll just do the oval with F1. I'll see what happens. Right, anyway. Hey, mix it up a bit, innit? Have an oval race. One off. Right, anyway. Anyway, that's it. Join me tomorrow, 8:20 UK time, for the race at 8:30. Charles Leclerc leading away from pole position ahead of Carlos Sainz, Verstappen 3rd. Right, guys, listen, thanks everyone for joining. I know the green screen's a bit messed up, but you have to forgive me. But yeah, drop a like if you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out, guys. Oh, my mouse is here. I'm reaching down for my mouse. My mouse is here. See you later, guys.